Hey there! Let's try to knock another one of these out while I still have daylight. Um, let's talk about rock. Spotify ranks their genres every year, and according to Rick Beato, rock was boosted like 20%. Usually the top is always pop and hip hop, and then way down here is rock and country, and then everything else is below that. Um, this is the first year that rock was boosted up 20% more than normal. So I think that's a good thing. I think rock might still have a chance to cling on. I don't think it's ever going to be as huge as it has been in the past 70s and 80s and even into the 90s. Even into the 2000s, the emo and pop punk and then all of the weird fringe indie bands that were guitar based. Even though there was a lot of keyboards, the Killers was guitar based, and the Strokes and all of that kind of stuff. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But rock has been doing pretty good. But most of those things are from older bands. A lot of the 80s and 90s bands are getting into their 60s and even their 70s. The saying was that I heard recently was, if you were in your 20s in the 70s, then that means you're in your 70s in the 20s, which is kind of funny that it worked out that way. But anywho, I talked before about the Dark Side of the Moon Redux by Roger Waters, and it's growing on me. I'm listening to it a little bit more and more. Paul McCartney put out a 50th anniversary of the Band on the Run album, because apparently last year was the 50th anniversary of that. Another big thing that I wanted to talk about was I was blown away, the new King Crimson band is going to tour and do the second, well, I guess it's third Mark III lineup of King Crimson stuff. The era in the 80s. Oh, they were so good. So good. It's so different than the first round, but it's still King Crimson to me. The three albums, Red, Discipline, and Three of a Perfect Pair, which I'll talk about again because that's the one that is 40 years old this year. So I think it's amazing that that band is touring, and it's going to be Adrian Belew, who was in the original band, Tony Levin, who was in the original band, probably greatest bass player that ever lived that nobody even knows about. Steve Vai is on guitar, and Danny Carey is on drums. And usually something like that I would just dismiss if it didn't have the original. If it didn't have Robert Fripp. Robert Fripp is King Crimson, but he gave his blessing, and oh my God, that's going to be an amazing show. Seeing Steve Vai do Robert Fripp riffs, and Danny Carey doing Bill Bruford drums. It's just amazing. Anyway, over the last year or two, we've had a lot of really good rock things come about. One, I won't say super rock. We'll get into all the heavier stuff in a little bit, but the new Beatles song, which will probably be the last Beatles song, because who knows how much other stuff there could be out there. But I think it's kind of neat. Wasn't an amazing song, but it wasn't bad, and it was pretty groundbreaking technology. They used AI to pull the reason they didn't finish it in the first place was because George Harrison didn't like it, for one thing. He thought it was kind of crap, but luckily he had a chance to work on it a little bit, so they did have some of his guitar parts to use. So it is all four of them. But one of the other reasons that they couldn't use it was because they couldn't separate the piano, John Lennon's piano, from his vocals. And they used this AI technology to be able to separate those two. They also added a lot of AI pieces of other Beatles things to get some orchestral things and some vocal things to come together. So it's kind of there's a couple of videos out there on YouTube about how they actually did it, and it's pretty interesting. It'll make you like the song better too. Anyway, along with the Beatles having a new song out, the Rolling Stones have put out a new album, which of course they did. So they're probably going to be touring until more of them drop dead. They'll tour until they're dead. Which is fine. I heard a few of the newer songs and they're okay. Nothing really to write home about, but they're okay. Geddy Lee has a new album out after doing the last couple of years on a book tour. Apparently he's working on new stuff. There's always rumors that Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson will be getting back together, and I won't believe any of that until I see it. But Alex Lifeson's last solo record was pretty good. Anyway, Geddy Lee's album Extreme came out swinging with their last album. I've listened to quite a few of the songs off of it. They're pretty good. Bruce Dickinson's got a new album. Kerry King has a new album in the wake of Slayer breaking up. And I've listened to a few of the songs. It just sounds like Slayer. So, whatever. If that's your thing, then get the new Kerry King, because it's worth it. Along with Heavy, Prong has a new album out. I think I talked about in the covers video that they did a version of Working Man, which is pretty fun. Their new album sounds like them, so if you're a big fan of Prong, check out their new album. Corey Taylor has a new record out. Well, it's not new, it's about a year old. My scripts, I've been setting on these for a while. I just been lazy and haven't been getting to them. Spring and summer kind of kicks my ass, so I don't get to make a lot of these videos, but I'm changing that. I'm trying to get a lot of this stuff cleaned up off of my playlist. Always go to my playlist down below. The new releases will have all the new stuff that I'm trying to listen to and figure out what I want to highlight for the world in my little corner of the world. Anyway, the new Corey Taylor, a few of the songs pretty good. It's rock. The one that really got me though was a cool, sad ballad called "Sorry Me." It's just acoustic and great song. Alice Cooper's got a new record out, so I'm sure he'll be on the road. They tour so much. He's got an amazing live band. I don't know if Nita Strauss is back with him or if she just came back a few times and possibly has an open door with her. She adds so much to his show. which is saying a lot because all of the other guys are phenomenal performers too. But Bring Me the Horizons, last album, really surprised me. I expected what I'd heard from them 10 years ago, and man, what a forward-thinking band. They're so good, so good. Slope Teakin. Sleep Token is another one that several people have told me about, and I kind of wanted to drag them because they do the mask thing, and it's just kind of silly and pretentious, but the more I listen to the music, oh my goodness, it just sucks you in. Like it's they're heavy, but it's not heavy, and it's just the way that I really want heavy music to flow, to go into, just so good, so good. As far as forward thinking, another prog type of band that I like a whole bunch is called Aviations, and they're newer. It's not hitting me the way that I'd like it to. It's some of it's kind of mellow. There's a lot of piano, and vocals are super pretty, and a lot of time changes and key changes, and it's just not really where I live right now, but it is absolutely phenomenal stuff, and I'm hoping I'll be able to get back into that sometime. A couple other bands that aren't new but are relatively new and I haven't talked about yet are Dead Poets Society, LS Dunes, which is kind of a super group. I think they have members from several different emo bands. And Invent Animate, that's another one that's kind of proggy. They're a little heavier prog. They're kind of genty but really good, really good stuff. I guess I'm gonna just leave it there for right now, because I just have so much I want to get to, and I want to kind of try to keep these videos short. Check out the playlists down below and leave me comments if there's any new stuff you think I should listen to that you think I might like, or if I talk shit on your favorite band or what. But anyway, I'll get back to you on the next one. I'm out.